we are, episode 6 of SeasonInk TV. This is an art with me piece. Decided to change up the name because it's not just painting, it's drawing and making art. We're arting today. Okay, so first off, I start with sketching everything out in pencil. And that takes time, so I didn't film that, and I kind of like to do it like sitting all cozy, not set up under a camera, but maybe I'll do that in the future. Then I come in with a black ink pen, and I always start with the eyes. The reason is if I mess up the eyes, it's kind of messed up the whole drawing, so I just start there, and then my anxiety on it is gone, because I do feel a little anxiety sometimes when I'm drawing, until I find the path I'm on. And somebody said once to me that, like, it could be a horrible drawing or painting, but if the eyes are like killer, you got it. It's nailed. So I always start with the eyes, and then I kind of fill in the rest as I go. I also draw everything at once. Like I go around the drawing and kind of do a little bit and then fill in detail and shading all at once. So the whole piece comes along with me, not just one section. I'd also like to talk a little bit about like chopping off body parts. I don't mean like literally. I mean when you're drawing, and I might be a snob. I don't mean to be, but when you're drawing and hands and feet, they're hard to draw. I even find them hard to draw. I've spent hours, probably weeks of my life staring at hands, not even drawing them, staring at people's hands just from a distance and like deciding how would I draw that. And the thing is about drawing hands and feet and face, drawing in general, anything that you're trying to do realistic, which I'm not super realistic drawer. The thing is, if you draw it exactly the way it looks, sometimes it doesn't look right. Like, things aren't pretty all the time. Things at like your hand at certain angles, it's not pretty, it's not glamorous. So if you are gonna cut it out of your drawing or your picture, don't do it right at the wrist. It actually irritates me when I see people's drawings and these fabulous drawings, and they just slice off, or they don't even draw the hand. I look at it and I think, I know that you did that because you couldn't draw it. And either try, make a shape, make a mitt. I don't know. I saw this one drawing once where it was just like a mitten hand, and it looked so cool, and it doesn't have to be detailed and accurate. I mean, nothing else is 100% accurate, but give it a shot. Don't just cut it off, unless that's what you're going for, I guess. Yeah. So my point of my 4-minute rant about cutting off body parts is, I didn't have enough room on my piece of paper to do her full head to toe, semi-proportionate, all the way to the toes. So I needed to cut off her legs or feet or something. So I kind of did it into like a swoosh, and to me it kind of feels like she's like floating or flying in the air. But if I were to have just sliced it off at the ankles, it would have looked weird. So I don't know if any of that made sense. Yeah. So trying a new technique here is I added some texture stamp. I got these new textured stamps, and I think they're cool. They kind of add a dark depth to the piece that watercolor doesn't just do, and kind of messiness. So here's something. I went in and that was too dark, so I took a piece of for her face. So I took a piece of paper towel, and just like when you watercolor, if you do it right away, you can pull that paint back up and just leave a nice glaze or light coloring left behind. So then I'm just working in the shadows, and a lot of what I do when painting is paint the area around something to define that area. So painting the background kind of defines the hair, and yeah. That's what I do. So I'm adding a nice red lip. I love a good red lip. And then I like to add a little, lately, not always, but lately I like to add a little splotch. Now I'm going in and just defining her face a little bit darker. And you'll see I end up thinking, after I let it dry, I end up feeling like it's too dark. So I come in with some acrylic paint. And I'll have links for all this supplies I use in the description below. But I just took some white acrylic paint, and I'm just bringing the highlights back out because I kind of felt like it went too dark. And I'm thinking about making this into my next sticker series, because I had so much fun doing the Cactus Yogi ones. And especially when you reprint drawings, I've noticed that if it's too dark, it just kind of loses everything, and need that contrast, hard and soft, dark and light. Yeah, so thank you so much for making it to the end of my rant. I really appreciate everybody who's watched and supported this channel. If you could subscribe and like this video, that would be awesome. And if you'd comment below what type of films or videos, TV, SeasonInk TV you'd like to see in the future. Do you like the art with me? Do you want to see craft? Do you like the flip throughs? Please let me know. I'm really enjoying this platform and can't wait to get started on the next one. So thanks. Bye.